I'm joined by Jason Heath, who's currently at the Up Close and Personal Soiree event at Atelier Puglisi. It's an honour having you here.
It is great to be here. Thanks for having me, and it's great to chat.
So, podcasting, for those who don't know, what actually is it and how is that different to, say, radio?
Well, it's like radio, but it's something that you typically do and then download later. And the nice thing about podcasting is there's no strict format. You don't have to break for commercial. There's no schedule that you have to adhere to. So you can have a podcast be 5 minutes long or 3 hours long or anything in between. So it's like radio that you download.
Now we heard a bit about it earlier in the Q&A, but how has Australia been for you so far?
I like Australia. I'm having a great time. It reminds me in some ways of California, where I'm from, but in a lot of ways, it's just like a totally new experience. And the people are wonderful. They're so friendly. It's just interesting cities, Melbourne and Sydney, and what I've seen, it's just a really first-class place.
Yeah, so I did hear you in Sydney. If you don't mind, let's just go off topic for a second. Conditions there have been a bit smoggy. What was it like experiencing those conditions?
Yeah, it was quite smoggy. It was. I could barely see. I could only see across the street some parts of the day. There was so much smoke in the air. And actually, in California, where I'm from, we've had a lot of fires too. So it reminds me a lot of what it has looked like in California. So it's rough, but people seem to be hanging in there. And the wind shifted and it blew some of it out. So it's a tough thing to handle, but people seem to be managing the best they can.
Now, you're not only a podcaster, but of course you also play double bass. How long have you been playing it for, and how did you get into it?
I think I've been playing, let's see, I was 13, 20, 30 years. Yikes. And so I played, before that I played violin, and I wanted to start playing in heavy metal bands, and my mom wouldn't let me quit orchestra, or my dad, and so I had to play something, so I decided to move to bass and start playing electric bass, and one thing led to another, and I don't really play electric bass anymore. I just play these big, beautiful basses we got in here.
And are you at the Bass Day event?
Oh, I'll be there. Yeah, I can't wait. In fact, Rob Nairn, who organizes it, he asked me if I could come last year, and it just didn't work out because Andres Martin, who's also here, he had his event at the same exact time. Now, I knew Andres was coming this year, so I knew I could come because there was no way Andres was going to have his event because he was going to be here. So it all worked out, and I'm just thrilled to be here.
All right, great talking to you, and yeah, we'll see you on Bass Day.
All right, see you too. Hey, thank you.